Welcome back to Berlin, ladies and gentlemen, for more action in the EU LCS. Today we start the second half of the summer split, and just moments ago, Schalke's mid laner Nukeduck arrived, looking to continue the year of the Duck. Vizicachi there as well, the hero of yesterday. This is the guy on everyone's mind after his fantastic play. We'll see if he can keep it up, and we'll see if Schalke can take down Unicorns of Love in the first game of the day. But first, I'm Daniel Drakos, here with Dan Foxdrop Wyatt, and the moose on the loose, Martin Deficio.
Hell yeah, man. Two different animals.
Two animals is better than one.
Moose,
it's true.
Fox together. If we got Hussein here, we'd have two moose.
You want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
There was something in the news in Denmark a couple of weeks ago. Apparently a moose has swum from Sweden to Denmark. And it's the first time we have a moose now walking around for like 20 years. The last one died because a train smacked into it. So now we have a new moose.
Did you preface this by saying this was a fun fact?
Well, okay, it was a sad fact that the 20-year-old moose died. The last moose died. We have a new one.
All right, the end of the first National Geographic Fun Facts
there you go.
Here on the EU LCS. But let's remind everyone how things played out in the first half of the split. We take a look at yesterday's results as well as the standings. Of course, we talked about Nukeduck already. Kind of have to talk about Schalke. Starting to make that run, starting to move up the standings, maybe looking like the team that you wanted them to be for so long.
You talk about Schalke, my friend. What do you got?
Well, I mean, we saw the game. It wasn't a convincing win. Let's put it. If we're talking about Schalke really taking the next step to being a clear playoff team, a clear top team, if you will, almost losing to the 0-8 team. And to be honest, HGK also looked really good in that game until the moment that they lost it. I'm still not convinced.
I agree that Schalke are definitely not a top team just yet, despite them actually being high in the standings. A little too many Baron throws happening in their games. However, they're definitely more than good enough to be a top 6 team here in Europe.
Absolutely is the case. Of course, the other teams, I think there's a lot of people that we want to look at in the standings. Foxdrop, yesterday you made a big case for Unicorns of Love.
The Horses of Love.
The Horses of Love. That game was a bit of a struggle. But do you think they're coming back? Do you have faith, man? Do you have faith?
Of course I have faith. I ran into Sheepy in the dressing room earlier today, and I said, I'm the only person who predicted you guys to win. And you know what he said to me? We're going to win. So, therefore,
I will change my prediction.
Yeah, yes. You guys are screwed because I've got the right prediction.
Either we're screwed or you and Sheepy are wrong, which would be a real big
Would he lie to you?
No, he's not biased either. You know, complete objective
He has no
statement.
stake in this. You're right. I completely agree. All right. Well, the team we haven't talked about yet are Misfits Gaming. They did go undefeated in the first half of the split. Deficio, that was one of your big key takeaways for yesterday.
Of course.
Why don't you run us through all of them?
Yeah, I think a lot of people predicted Misfits to beat Rocket and get that 9-0, and that's exactly what happened. I just like the fact that they're doing it in a lot of different ways. We have seen early game snowball from Misfits. Yesterday was actually all about late game team fighting, mainly because they did drop a few, kills here and there in the mid game. But in the late game, we're suddenly seeing multiple players actually carry. This was Senkuxan Yasuo winning this fight for his team. We've seen Euphoria do, we've seen Hansama earlier. Misfits just have a lot of members they can play around, and that is why they are 9-0, and that's a big takeaway. Second one, bigger than 9-0 is 15-0, and that's what Caps managed to do on Irelia against Unicorns of Love. Man, he absolutely destroyed Exile in the mid lane, multiple solo kills over and over, and once you fall behind against Irelia, there is really nothing you can do. And this champ was nerfed, by the way, multiple times already, and only Caps managed to do this so far in the EU LCS. So that was a big thing for Fnatic and a classic way for Caps to carry a game. Last one, though. We already talked about Schalke. Drakos called this the greatest play of all time. Vizicachi on Poppy. After your team is actually losing the game, this is how you turned around. This was apparently not even planned. Nukeduck said they were just kind of figuring out what should we do here, and then Chachi just makes this big play on his own, and this is what you need to see from a player like him. We don't see it very often anymore, but this is why you have Vizicachi in your team, so you can get moments like this where you can actually try and solo carry.
And look, those are heroic moments. Those are career-defining moments when they occur in Game 5s. And for now, in the regular season, it's good to see that Chachi still has it in him, that it's coming together.
Sometimes it's there.
You want that consistency. Luckily, they found consistency elsewhere. However, throughout the split, guys, we've seen some special item builds across the globe. We're going to play a new game. It's called Ultimate Bravery. I'm going to be challenging our analysts to find out which champions use these builds in a professional game. We're going to start with this one. We'll get it up on your screen. We're in front of you. We'll put the champions behind you, and we're going to see how it looks. So we have Stopwatch, Unbroken. This is important. Warmogs. We also have Phantom Dancers, I forget the name for a second, Spirit Visage, BF Sword, Mercury Treads. These are the 5 champions you have to choose from: Dr. Mundo, Shen, Yasuo, Sejuani, and Gnar. Professional game. across all leagues.
So Yasuo, no. That would be weird. Unless,
CDR
I mean,
is awful in Yasuo.
there is a Phantom Dancer. It could have been his first item, and then he was like, I need to be a tank Yasuo now.
Yeah.
It is a possibility. Gnar, probably not with this build.
I would lean more towards... I would say there's a potential for it to be Gnar, but I'm leaning much more towards the Mundo, just for the first 2 items that we're seeing, Stopwatch and Warmox.
Also, attack speed is actually good on Mundo.
It's actually not as bad as you might think, so...
We're going Mundo with this.
You're going Mundo?
I'm going Mundo.
And you'd be 100% correct. Mundo was the right answer. Yes. Coming through clutch, very snowballed game, unsurprisingly, when you see this kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not normal.
A winning Mundo, definitely.
So yeah, professional Mundos. Phantom Dancer. It's the new trend. It's everything that you're looking for. Let's move on to the next one, however. Keep the builds coming. This one, I think a little bit more difficult. Intentionally gave you a ton of champions that could really utilize this build. Of course, you're looking at Void Staff, Zhonya's Hourglass, Needlessly Large Rod, Morellonomicon, Mercury Treads, Runic Echoes attached to the challenging Smite there. So
we're running Smite. We're building AP. Let's remove Shen.
Yeah, it's
probably not him.
Shen.
Brand, I'm going to remove him as well. I haven't seen the Smite brand a lot.
Not in pro play. Only if you're trying to clickbait YouTube videos in minor situations, but not in pro play. I'm leaning more towards either that like a funnel mid laner or a standard jungler. To me, I'm thinking it's either going to be that funneled Zoe. We've seen the Smite Zoe.
Okay.
But I would say it's probably a Taliyah jungle.
I'm Taliyah or Rumble. I'm missing Leandries to 100% say Rumble on it.
Right.
But you can skip it right now. I think this is probably a Taliyah build. But I really feel the Rumble as well.
I feel like if it's too simple to be Taliyah, that's the trick.
I'm going Rumble then.
But I have to fall into the obvious trap here.
You and Twitch chat both apparently have just been informed. It is actually Rumble. Shie running the funneled Rumble mid in the LPL.
Yeah, Smite Rumble mid is really good.
Also, the just AP itemization, so many people build the exact same items. I was like, if I put 4 AP champions, one of you is going to slip up on this one. Next one. This one's my favorite. I think it is the most difficult, or potentially not. We're going to find out.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just super obvious, guys. Would I mix it up on you? Would I make it hard? Let's take a look. We have Berserker Streets, Black Cleaver, Gwinsu's Rage Blade, Doran's Blade, Quicksilver Sash, and Zeal.
I'm leaning it as Master Yi.
So Varus, Kai'Sa, Master Yi, Gnar, Graves.
It's not Graves.
It's not Graves.
It's not Graves.
The Ginzu's makes it not Graves, and I would say the Berserker Greaves makes it not Gnar. I would say Ginzu's Gnar is pretty scary as well, though.
I've seen pretty insane split push Gnars.
Yeah.
You know, you go with the Rage Blade, Black Cleaver, because maybe he's against a slightly tanky target. He wants the CDR as well on
but I think he's that Blade
to just let you know that this is not a Wicked game, in case you're looking.
Well, there's no Hurricane.
no Hurricane, just letting you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if... Oof, man, this is a tough one.
Because he said it was tricky. It's not a standard AD carry all of a sudden, even though... Because like, also Varus, Black Cleaver, not really. It's Master Yi and Gnar for me.
Yeah.
Here's the hint. Twitch chat got it right.
They got it right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What would Twitch chat say?
Master Yi and Gnar, probably?
They probably say Master
Not
Yi.
Graves, not Varus. Like Black Cleaver, Varus, nah, no. Kai'Sa, Black Cleaver, not really either.
Give it. You guys got 5 seconds. You got to
All
get
right, what do you got?
I'm going Yi.
I'm going Gnar then.
Gnar it is. You and
there
Twitch
we
chat
go.
lining it up. The
Think the same way, mate.
Gnar, baby. Wicked might not be playing, but he's here in spirit with this
played
one.
that?
I don't actually remember.
I've seen some of the split push Gnar builds.
Yeah.
I mean, Rage Blade Gnar is legit. You don't always go attack speed boots, and you don't
That's
then
what
also
threw
go into
me
the
off.
Zeal item.
That's what threw me off.
And like in general, I think Gwinsu's is so aggressive. The attack speed boots, especially Zeal on top of that, and then also like
I've seen this a few times. Like not a attack build, but I have. Yes.
No. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. AD carries are complaining about the meta. Casters don't know about how am I meant to do quick stats. Drakos, I've been here all night. I've been trying. I've been working on this. And you guys know, quick stats, they are my passion. I love stats. And I've been trying to dive deep and trying to figure it out and rack my brain. And you know, okay, right, like, yesterday, I found something. Look at this. Look at Nuketak. Okay, bring him up. Nuketak, let's go. I've seen something that you've not seen. I know it. I've got information on Nuketak. Okay, next. Come on. Take a look. This is Nuketak. This is Kai'Sa's Nuketak. Next, I've got one more. Look for the trend. What are the trends? Look with my eyes. I've got one more. Where's the Yasuo? the trend here that I noticed that I don't think anybody else has is Nukeduck doesn't wear skins. And I think, why? Why doesn't he not wear skins? I look deeper. He's the only player in the EU LCS that has not used a skin the entire split. And I don't understand why. Why? He's not Faker. He's not making a political statement. Maybe he doesn't dress himself. Maybe he needs his mom to pick his clothes. I'm not sure. But while I was looking at the information and I was trying to figure it out, I realized that there's some more quick stats, some more interesting ones. Did you guys know that Schalke are one of only 3 teams that have won a game when their opponent got a Baron? In fact, Splice is the second and Rocket is the third. And I was like, wow, that's really impressive. You know, I was late at night and I was reading, and I found out that 86.4% of all teams that pick up the first Baron in the EU LCS win the game. Rocket say, screw that record. They've actually won 50% of all of their games after they conceded the first Baron. And they've won 4 games. So that means 2 games out of the 4, they've won after conceding Baron. Hashtag quick math. There's one for you now. But what does that actually mean? Well, that means that Rocket, they're unflappable, they're untiltable. Their mindset is just so solid. And I don't want to quote Deficio or anything, but you know, if he was here and he was doing and he knew what I knew, he'd probably say, Rocket could win Worlds. Now, of course, any quick stat segment needs dragons. Come on, dragons, let's go. I'm going to hit you up with some exciting dragons, okay? We're going to go HK dragons. They've secured 2 ocean drakes, 0 mountains, 2 infernals, 4 clouds. I don't quite know what it means, and I have been looking at it. I've been thinking about it 2024. 2024! I was looking at it last night, and I've been here a while, and I can't remember where is it. So everybody knows that in 2024 we're going to have the next total eclipse. Look, okay, there's going to be a sun, there's going to be a moon, and it's just dawned on me now, like all of this info, all this prep, it's figured it out. The meta, the patch, 2024, the eclipse, it's Diana, it's Leona. They're gonna play Diana and Leona. That's it. That's how they break the losing streak. H2K, I figured it out. I figured your secret out. They need Jankos. Jankos can keep secrets. Jankos will be able to protect them. Jankos will be, wait, no, I'm here. I've got stuff to say. I've got stuff to say. No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
All right. How about a Euphoria commercial?
Crazy as hell with the Euphoria Car Emporium. I'm here with some insane deals. Insane! I'm offering on the Euphoria podcast, the #1 esports podcast in the universe. This bad boy fits so much superior analysis, A-tier guests, and top-tier casting talent. It's truly one of the best esports podcasts in the business. But don't take my word for it. Hear from one of our satisfied customers.
I always do my shopping at the Euphoria Car Emporium. They clearly have more talent than those other guys. Take it from me. Don't miss out on this deal.
That's right, satisfied customer. And if you call in the next 3 minutes, we'll throw in North America absolutely free. It's free! It's free! That's right. Not only will you get the best esports podcast with the most handsome casting talent, we'll throw in North America absolutely free! You said it, Kobe. Don't settle for cheap invitations like this. Only watch Euphoria. Yeah!
Don't miss out on the incredible analysis of Euphoria every Wednesday from now until the end of time.
End of time! Yeah!
Watch Euphoria every Wednesday. It definitely isn't a rip-off of The Dive.
I love them so much for that.
It's the best video ever.
So good. They could have done a half-ass job. They went in, dude. They went all the way in. I have to respect them from that. Thanks to the guys over at NA for making us the greatest trailer ever. However, guys, during the first weeks, we've seen a lot of action and maybe some plays that don't make a lot of sense. Well, it's time for us to react to the very best of the EU LCS in My Face Win. Now, first up, Deficio, it is time for you. I've got to play. I'll let you know what I think. We're going to get up on the screen in a second. You got to be ready. You got your emotes. Let us know what you think at home.
What is this?
What do we got here? Oh, he got hit by the binding. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then Steel like flashed for no reason after.
I mean, it's still it's for the fadeaway ignite.
Yeah.
Style points.
I guess if you are Cobby, this is fine kind of thing. Like, you get hit by binding, that's kind of lame. You died because of it.
I feel like if you're someone watching it, though,
I kind of want a question mark,
hit with the Blitzcrank. Yeah, you're like, did we need to flash?
Yeah.
You didn't need to flash that, but also if you get hit by binding as a pro player, yeah. I don't know, I'm probably in this one the most, yeah.
All right.
Thanks, you, mate. Thank you.
Foxdrop, the next play I want you to take a look at. Let's get that one up on your screen shortly. And you got to give me something. Tell me what you're feeling.
I'll give
Tell me
you
what
whatever
you
you
see.
want, mate. Just this is the beautiful play from yesterday, wasn't it?
This is your favorite play.
I had the pleasure of casting this play. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. What starts off as a beautiful engage from Schalke.
Oh, why did Vander keep chasing us first?
His one-man mission of all people that support Tarn Kench fancies a little bit more. I mean, Gluttony, Tarn Kench, it fits in. Ridiculous. That is a ridiculous play. I'm going with. I think this is worthy.
The dapping.
This is definitely a penguin dab.
Vander was just so excited about leaping face first into that tongue.
Everything about that play, man, from Schalke's bot lane was just bad.
Yeah.
Like over chasing at first, didn't dodge or didn't block like from Vander's side the initial. Sorry, upset side, the initial like cue from Tarn Kench.
We're gonna need more negative emotes for when you come on to
play.
You don't
Mine
have
are too positive.
The Soraka
kind of positive. Kind of positive.
How bad do they need to be? All right, well, we'll find Deficio. It's now your turn again. This is your second play. We're gonna see how you react. This one is insane, Deficio. This one is insane.
Oh, so nukes a lot on my Syra. Oh.
Oh, is this a montage? Oh, come on.
This is Exile.
You weren't here for this week.
I remember this is great. This is definitely Zoe. This is fine. You know, like.
Ooh. Yeah, I saw that. Ooh.
Oh, this one's good too. Smack.
I want you to react as the Riot Games balance team, Deficio. I want you to show me what emote they would use.
Here's what happened. Here's what happened. They were like, AP Nidalee is boring. People do not like playing against AP Nidalee. We will nerf it to the ground. Here's Zoe. Basically AP Nidalee, but better because you also have a CC that's also super long range.
So give me an emote.
This is fine, man. Everything is fine here with Zoe. Do not change anything. Very balanced. That's what I got.
All right, you captured cultural sentiment there so perfectly. Reddit, Twitch chat, everyone is definitely on your side with that one. All right, Foxdrop, last play. I want you to take us through it.
All right, what have we got here? Oh, I like the skin choice already. I'm feeling this one.
Isn't that the game where Mento went like 10-0? Oh yeah, it's definitely the game he went 10-0. Okay, all in on. Nope, missed that one.
It's sort of happening, but not really. This has got to be the flash over the wall. Beautiful stuff. Well, you know, when I say beautiful stuff, sometimes that means ugly stuff.
Wait.
Or it does mean beautiful stuff.
Ah, Memento! He's gonna kill everyone.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a club...
That's the moment we want.
Was that the moment?
Because I didn't pick these. Someone else picked these. I'm just here to react.
I'm going to go ahead with a cheeky little... I'm going to go for a double whammy here. This gets a question mark from Norskeren here. That was a bit of an oopsie moment from him. And definitely a... Did I do that? From the Trundle. So I think that's how that went.
I'm sorry. Did I walk in and smash your team and make you look dumb for taking that fight?
Exactly.
Good old Memento.
A double whammy. That's what I give it.
You can honestly dab here as well if you're Memento.
Well, I'm running out of arms, but I can
there
try
you go. Get it
up
up
as well. How's that looking? We get in the triple.
Give it the triple.
Maybe we'll give me the 4, mate. Load them on while you're here.
Yeah.
I've got a few more fingers.
All right.
There you go. All of them. That's my face. Okay.
These are my faces, plural. The mini faces of Foxdrop, the mini faces of my face.
Love it.
Let's take an aside. Let's check out tonight's matches as we start the second and deciding half of the EU LCS Summer Split. Of course, this day, for me especially, is incredibly hype. You guys already know about Match of the Week. Misfits versus Fnatic. We're going to talk about that shortly. But Rocket versus G2, Splice versus Vitality. Almost every single matchup here feels like it could potentially go either way.
Yeah, I have to remember yesterday, we thought we had some pretty one-sided games, but like the first 3 of them were super back and forth. 2 of them went like 40 to 50 minutes. We had the longest game of the split. Yep. Obviously, the main reason was kind of the teams, you know, whenever they had the lead, kind of dropped it on the ground, but still that's part of making a back and forth game. I think a lot of these, especially Schalke Unicorns, could definitely go either way.
Yeah, I mean, Schalke Unicorns is going to settle the argument we had yesterday about which
Exactly, not Schalke being high in the standings or anything.
No. Of course, that's got nothing to do with it. I'm still holding on to something here. But that is, I mean, if UOL want to turn it around and they actually do want to turn into a playoff team, they can't lose Schalke. Schalke's a decent team for them to take on, and exactly the same from the opposite side.
Also, this is H2K's chance.
Yes.
There's ever a team you're going to beat to stop your, what, is it 9-game
Absolutely.
losing streak at this point, and you still want to clinch on to that hope of a miracle run?
It's actually the inverse story of Misfits Fnatic is the H2K Giants. Giant H2K facing their greatest foe, their greatest chance for one. Misfits, can they remain undefeated? H2K, can they remain winless?
Question, if H2K beat Giants, do we instantly start the hype train?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we start the miracle run? Can it happen again?
The rules are clearly in the EU LCS script, whoever carries that game is now the hero of the LCS.
That's true.
Since Reckless is absent, and we now praise him every day forever.
There we go.
I feel like the handbrake was taken off from last game with H2K. I think that's kind of it's ready to start rolling, you know?
I'm ready to
Could
see.
be.
All right, well, in the race for Superior Analyst, not much changed yesterday as Vedius and Deficio are still tied for first place. Foxdrop is still participating.
Still making everyone else look good, being a nice friend.
Oh.
All right, and we're getting closer to game, gentlemen, so I do want a quick hit here. What stands out to you? Obviously, my Superior Fnatic prediction.
Yeah, fans also voting for Misfits, not Fnatic.
Which is the first time in a Fnatic match that fans have not sided with Fnatic, which is crazy.
It scares me. I don't trust the fans and what they're voting. We have exactly the same all the way down.
That's not a good sign.
Again, scares me a little bit. And this feels like the kind of game where everyone is going to overhype Misfits, and then Fnatic wins in 20 minutes, and we're like, oh, okay, that was all bad.
I mean, someone can beat them. Fnatic's got a decent chance, honestly, as far as it goes. But Misfits are looking pretty decent.
They got it, though.
I'm like the only one at the top here. He's gone for the pink horse.
You're the only one who bought into the horses running Dark Horse logic.
Still a
unicorn. Sorry to say. Still a unicorn.
What is that? Is such a semantic, mate.
Same.
Unicorn. I'm pretty sure that the biological components of a unicorn and a horse are very similar.
I mean, given that it's a made-up animal, I don't think you have any way to confirm that. Anyway.
Well, also no way to contest it either. So it's just saying.
Also true.
You win.
All right, there you go, Foxdrop. You take those. All right, later tonight we've got a battle for the ages. However, this is a fight that could turn the tides here in the EU LCS as current champions Fnatic face off against the undefeated and undisputed best team in the league, Misfits, in our match of the week. All right, we're now joined by Ender. Of course, you can catch Foxdrop later today as he casts the match of the week alongside Quickshot and Deficio. But for now, Ender, you're here. It's the important battle for first place, for Misfits to remain undefeated, for Fnatic to make sure that they're the only team that gets to have an undefeated split, keeping that 2015 summer legacy alive. What are your initial thoughts on this matchup?
My initial thoughts are that the drafts from Fnatic are so interesting. Like yesterday, bringing out the Gangplank and Fiddlesticks in the bottom lane, Caps popping off on that Aurelia as the counter pick. It's an exciting team to watch against the standard. Two different styles.
Caps also said in his interview after that they had something special prepared against Misfits. And yeah, that's the one that scares me the most because Caps plays everything. Maybe he can surprise Sencooks. Maybe there's a way they can just completely roll over Misfits early with a surprise draft.
I'm ready for the rumored Wukong mid that I've heard that he plays, also apparently feeds on, so maybe not, but maybe it's been perfected. He's had a lot of time now from what I've heard from his teammates.
Fair.
That's the pick that I'm looking forward to, but we're not going to be watching Caps. We're going to be watching Hylissang in the bot lane, because you got to watch Blippo versus Hansama, Mikyx versus Hylissang. You can check that out in our beta POV stream to see how that bot lane matchup plays out. We're hoping for another Fiddlesticks Gangplank kind of situation. Maybe he plays Tom Kench, but...
that would be great.
Give me the Pyke, baby. That's all I want to see.
Pyke is probably pretty realistic, but there's also chances on... Nah, he's not going to be on Tom Kench.
Pyke, get excited for it.
Yeah.
POV stream, that is game 4 today. Our first game, however, is going to be between Schalke and Unicorns of Love, featuring the man behind the best play of all time, quoted by me, Vizichachi. And just reliving this moment for 1 second, it was a solid performance for Vizichachi. Obviously, this was a highlight, but it did, in general, feel like a pretty good performance from this guy on the Schalke lineup.
I think Chachi, now that he's not playing Cho'Gath, is actually able to do a lot more in the games, because Puppey is one of the tanks where you can actually make a lot of plays, like the one we just saw here. Good ultis, we've seen him from Euphoria as well, can win you team fights. So it does suit Schalke that Chachi is actually able to do more in the games than just be a massive meat wall in the front.
Right, especially with Upset not having to, get those AD carries for himself, taking a step back. It is nice to see different carry threats and different options for the Schalke roster.
So, I have to ask. There was a time where Vizicachi was an MVP, Spring Split 2017, the god of Shen, single-handedly winning Unicorns Love games left and right. Are we going to see that again here as he goes up against his old team? Is Chachi back? Is the peak performance of Chachi coming back to the EU LCS?
I don't think Schalke will ever allow him to play like he did on Unicorns, because there were a lot of great moments. But he was standing between 2 turrets at 5 minutes into the game, trying to tower dive the enemy top laner and jungler at the same time. So he did die a lot, while he also had a lot of great plays. The Schalke coaching staff, they're very much like, nope, this is not happening. We're playing, more controlled. It's about Nuke Duck. It is not the year of Vizicachi, not the year of the Water Donkey. That doesn't make any sense.
Is that a thing?
That's his name, man. Water Donkey. That's what it means. Whatever that is. But year of the duck. That's what it is. Get that next graphic up here. Let's talk about Nuke Duck.
Water-based animal. Ducks. Let's go.
Look at that
what
guy.
You got for me?
He's going to carry.
Is it the beard?
The beard helped. He got better when he got the beard.
I mean, you didn't even vote for him yesterday in our awards because of his beard.
I mean, Max Laws.
That's true. He sort of takes the cake. But for me, yesterday, Nuke Duck's team fighting on that Yasuo was so sick to watch, getting multi-man knockups with the nados.
Keep going.
Yeah, those sweet ultimates. Oh, yeah, you know me.
It's year of the duck.
You guys are getting pretty hot and heavy over there about the Nuke Duck.
Oh, we got to go back to this and talk about Nuke Duck.
They're looking good, right? Nuke Duck is the guy that if his team wants to find a 4-game winning streak, he has to be the leader here. He needs to keep this team moving forward. And right now, Schalke do look like they're on fire. 3 games in a row, looking to make it 4. But we look at the opposite side. We look at their competition. It's a bit of a sad story right now for Unicorns of Love. When you look at their games yesterday, I want to see what's going to change because the match versus Fnatic was not a good look.
Right. It was especially tough, I think, specifically in that mid lane, because we look at Exile to be such a strong performer on this roster, but he got bodied by Caps in the laning phase, the bottom lane as well. Once Unicorns tried to put more resources into Neon, didn't seem like it worked out all that well.
Yeah, they actually got to play the kind of style that seems to suit them, with a lot of fighting in the early game, like bot lane, mid lane. It was only top when nothing happened. But they seem to got outclassed in these different skirmishes, especially, as Endo just highlighted, in that mid lane. So it can't happen for Unicorns of Love, because their play style, it really is only have Cold and Totoro kind of play around the mid lane. But if your mid laner dies 3 times before 10 minutes, that strategy is gone. And then they actually don't have anything else. There's no fundamentals. They're not the smart team or anything. If they don't, through individual plays, get ahead, and especially for Exile, they actually kind of fall apart.
So then I'm asking, just in general for Unicorns of Love right now, what has to change for this team? You already mentioned that this team needs individuals to step up. Are you eyes on a specific individual? Do they need to step up overall as a team so that they're not so reliant on one person? Is that even possible at this point in the split?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. White Knight and Neon are fine players, but they're not star players in the LCS. They're not going to carry your team to playoffs. It feels like they only have Exile that can try and get ahead, because Cold and Totoro are there to feed one guy. Sadly, it requires Exile to be more consistent. He's not been consistent in 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, if he's dying 3 or 4 times in the laning phase, it doesn't matter how many times you bring the jungler and support to try and gank that lane. It's just going to be 1v2 turned around on top of you. So he definitely has to step up in that early laning phase to give his teammates time to then come and help him out.
I mean, to be fair, he has had some solid performances when he's been able to get that jungle attention. This felt like, even though I know that Exile has been up and down, this felt like an especially bad performance. This felt like the rare exception rather than the rule. It seems like he's been doing okay. If you're Unicorns of Love coming into this, are you scared? Do you keep him off the Zoe? Do you put him on something more defensive? Or do you just have to keep jamming him on those carries?
No, get him on the carries. Try to beat Nuke Duck in the early game. Then you shut down the main weapon on Schalke, and you get your most important carry ahead. That has to be the strategy for Unicorns of Love. Shut down the enemy mid laner, make sure Exile does not fall behind, and then they can definitely win.
Yeah, and try to get him a counter pick too, because when you have to play Zoe against an Aurelia, that's not a fun time for anyone. So maybe hold off in the draft phase a little bit longer so you can make sure he has a winning matchup.
And gentlemen, as a final point here, what pick are you most have your eyes on in the mid lane right now for both of these players?
Zoe.
I mean, it has to be the Zoe from me. She is just so good on this patch, unless the Duck can get his hands on an Aatrox.
No way.
Don't think that one's going to happen. All eyes on Zoe, all eyes on the mid lane. The teams are now ready for picks and bans, so let's head to the casters and kick things off.